like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to Philadelphia, Tennessee tonight. We're going to be starting our game just a hair late tonight as we're going to be celebrating 9 8th grade young men that have played here this year. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Marvin Fiesel to introduce these young men, and then I'll be back to make some special presentations as we go. So just 1 second and we'll get started. And since I'm on the first list, I better go.
Okay, I'll give you a minute to get out there. Good afternoon again, and welcome to Curtis Field here on our campus at Philadelphia Elementary School. It is my pleasure as principal of Philadelphia Elementary to introduce to you tonight our 8th grade students from both Philadelphia and Fort Loudon Middle who make up Warrior Baseball. I want to thank all of you parents and family members who have sacrificed for these students, bringing them to practices, taking them to games, washing uniforms, all the things you have to do to support your child. And I know many of you, like me, have multiple kids in multiple sports, and many days it's a challenge. Thank you for investing in your kids. Thank you for investing in our school and in this Warrior baseball team. So, our 8th graders will start with Noah Eller. Noah is being escorted by his mom, Ashley Eller Meyer. Mr. Ben McIntosh. Ben is escorted by his parents, Scott and Casey McIntosh. Branson Black. Branson escorted by his parents, Jeremy and Misty Black. Nolan Bethel, escorted by his parents, Patrick and Heather Bethel. Wyatt Gardner, escorted by his parents, Shane and Carrie Gardner. Max Russell, escorted by his parents, Jeff and Colleen Russell. Sebastian Correa, escorted by Santi and Christy Correa. Jaden Capshaw, escorted by Corey and Kim Capshaw. Ridings, escorted by Jeremy and Tammy Ridings. Eighth grade gentlemen, we thank you for the way you have represented yourselves and our team and our schools. We look forward to seeing many great things from you as you move on to play in high school together. I hope you've made many great memories on Curtis Field and with this team. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our Warrior Baseball 8th grade students. At this time, we have a couple of special presentations to make. The Philadelphia Warrior Baseball team is presenting a check for $100 in remembrance of Malcolm Williams to the Loudoun City Fire and Police Association for the Children's Christmas Fund. Malcolm was a valuable supporter of Warrior Baseball and contributed a large portion of the money needed to build the dressing room. It is in appreciation of Malcolm's contributions to this program that we gladly present this check to the Loudoun City Fire and Police Association. If you would like to make an additional contribution toward this worthy cause, please go to our concession stand and you can make your monetary contribution there, and we'll make sure it gets into the hands of the Loudoun City Fire and Police Association to help children at Christmas. Malcolm, we thank you for all you did. Once a warrior, always a warrior. At this time, we'd like to ask Miss Gina G.G. Russell to please make her way across the baseball field. Along with Miss Cindy Curtis, who we all know is the head coach of Warrior Baseball. Miss Gigi has given countless time and work to Warrior Baseball along with many other programs here at Philadelphia School. It is volunteers like Miss Gigi who help us do many of the special things we do for students on this campus and on this field. There's an old saying that it takes a village, and Gigi has always been a valuable member of our village and the Philadelphia community. So in appreciation of her work, Warrior Baseball would also like to present her with a token of thanks for all you do. How about a round of applause for Miss Gigi? Thank you, Gina, for all you do for us in Warrior Nation.
But we can turn it on. Thank you, Mr. Fiesel, for introducing our 8th graders. We have a couple more little presentations here tonight. One special one. She was trying to run from us, but we got her anyway.
Test. Can't hear you.
Putting up with Coach Curtis.
Test. Can you hear me? I can't hear you either. I can't hear you. There we go. Test 1 2 3 1 2 3.
So we had no audio anyways.
Test.
Also
they
to Blake Costner and Andy Lawson. The boys thank you for all your countless hours of hard work and effort.
That's an A for effort, is it not?
And Coach Curtis has good coaches that he puts around him. So we want to present you with this. this to thank you guys for all that you do and to remember this special
You can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Bye.
Welcome to Warrior Baseball, everyone. Just finishing up the ceremonies of senior day. 8th grade day. Get out of high school mode. 8th grade day. Several 8th graders, 9 8th graders, a couple other special recognitions as we recognize Coach Curtis, Coach Costner, Miss Gigi. We'll be back here in just a minute with the national anthem and the introduction of this ball game. The Warriors taking on the Tellico Bears.
It is hard to believe that this time of their lives will be coming to an end. Coach Curtis has been an instrumental part of these young men's lives over the last 3 years. Your effort, your energy, and your attention to detail is what makes this a great program to play for. Your tireless hours here working on the field to make it a safe and one of the best fields that we get to play on. People don't see that side of you. I remember in 6th grade I offered to help you line the field and help, and your answer to me was, I'll get it. Coach Curtis not only instills baseball in these boys, he gives them life lessons as well. As we make it to high school ball and eventually into life, I know somewhere down the line these boys will remember something they learned from this field that was maybe not so much about baseball. Coach has always been fair and treated all the kids the same, just as they were his own. When they arrive here, some of them just know enough to be dangerous, and they're all just boys. But after 3 years of hard work and determination, they lead better baseball players and as young men. So from the very first hogwash that we all heard in 6th grade to the last one of the year or the very last out, whichever comes first, we thank you for all your hard work and dedication. As you have now put all of us and the ones before us in the Warrior family. So from all of us 8th graders, we have a special memento for you to remember us by and the great season we have had up to this point. And by the way, we are not done. We still have the work to do. We have the work to finish this off. So thank you, Coach Curtis, from your 8th graders.
Good job, man. Who's singing tonight? Or are we singing?
Yes.
So as the 8th grade ceremony comes to a close, we'll get you the lineup for the Tellico Bears in preparation for the national anthem.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude our 8th grade celebration tonight with our 8th grade young men.
Batting first and playing first base will be number 99, Darren McJunkin for Tellico. Batting second, wearing number 20, will be shortstop Clinton Mosier. Playing third base, batting third, and wearing number 3, Rylan Woods. Batting fourth, wearing number 5, playing catcher, will be KT Hamilton. In the fifth slot will be number 13, Keegan Collins. He'll also be our pitcher for the night, Tellico's pitcher. Batting sixth and wearing number 44, Will Sanders, left fielder. Center fielder Dawson Edwards, wearing number 4, will bat seventh.
So without further ado tonight,
The 8th batter in the lineup will be number 1, Rylan Saffles. Plays second
I
base.
want to thank Tellico for making the trip to Philadelphia to play
And in the 9th slot will be number 15, Jonah Wilson. He'll play right field. Starting lineup for the Warriors has been changed just a touch tonight. Leading off and playing shortstop will be Nolan Bethel. Excuse me, playing second base will be Nolan Bethel. Batting second will be Caden Ridings. He's playing shortstop. Sebastian Correa will play first base tonight and bat third. Noah Eller will be your pitcher for the Warriors. He'll bat in the cleanup slot. Batting fifth will be Briar Udi, and he'll play third base. Branson Black, number 17, will bat sixth and play catcher. The seventh batter for the Warriors will be number 13, Max Russell, and he will play left field. Ben McIntosh will get the start, bat in the 8th slot. He'll play center field. And 8th grader Wyatt Gardner will get his first start, varsity uniform. He wears number 3, and he'll play in right field, bat 9th. So those are the starting lineups as Mr. Black, our PA announcer, finishes up final preparations. We'll have the national anthem, and we'll be ready to go here from the home of the Warriors, Curtis Field. Your 18-2 Warriors taking on the Tellico Bears here in late season action. We'll be right back. You're listening to Warrior Baseball, brought to you by Scott McIntosh and Patrick Bethel on RedskinRadio.com.
Playing right field, number 15, Jonah Wilson. The Cubs have a couple of substitutes for tonight. They'll be number 10, Keegan Fry, number 22, Nick Byers, and number 45, Isaiah Moore. The Cubs are coached tonight by Michael Jenkins and Josh Sanders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the introduction for your Philadelphia Warriors. Playing left field tonight, number 13, Max Russell. Batting 8th, playing center field tonight, number 22, Ben McIntosh. Batting 9th, playing right field, number 3, Wyatt Gardner. Batting 5th, and at the hot corner at third, number 25, Briar Udi. At shortstop tonight, number 2, batting second in the lineup, number 7, Caden Ridings. At second base tonight, batting leadoff, number 00, Nolan Bethel. Batting third tonight, playing first base, number 42, Sebastian Correa. Behind the plate tonight, batting 6th, number 17, Branson Black. And batting cleanup, taking the hill tonight for the Warriors, number 14, Noah Eller. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats. Hold on just one second. We have some substitutes for the Warriors tonight. It'll be number 33, Bryson Costner, number 20, Talon Costner, number 9, Isaac Kelch, number 95, Nolan Bassett, number 21, Preston Tucker, number 18, Quentin Hawkins, number 5, Braxton Fox, number 4, Wiley Bingham, and number 47, Austin Poe. The Warriors are head coached by Brian Curtis, Blake Costner, and Andy Lawson. At this time, we'll have our invocation followed by the singing of our national anthem by Mr. Dennis Queen. Let us pray. God, we come to you now in this time of thankfulness to thank you for this wonderful day that you've given us. Lord, thank you for allowing us to weeks, close this chapter in their life and open a new chapter in the world of high school. Lord, we just thank you for allowing them to come out each and every day and practice hard and play even harder in the games. Lord, let them leave everything on the field tonight. And Lord, let everyone stay safe as we leave this place. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Dennis.
There you have it.
And with that,
Dennis
let's play
Queen.
ball.
An outstanding job with the national anthem. Welcome back to Warrior Baseball. We're back in the friendly confines of Curtis Field, the home of the Warriors. It's 8th grade night here, and even though it's not the final home game, it's a celebration of the 8th graders on this evening, and you've got a plethora of 8th graders on the field right now. I think in every position, correct me if I'm wrong, but one.
Every position but one.
Every 8th grader is getting a start this evening, and the Tellico Bears are the competition, and they've patiently waited through all these ceremonies. Excellent ceremonies, might I add. And we're going to bring you some some Warrior baseball here in just a second. I always like to make sure that it's Warrior baseball and not Philadelphia baseball. As those of you that don't know already, this is a combined team of Philadelphia Warriors and Fort Loudoun Braves. The only sport that we do not compete as a collective group would be basketball. And so these Warriors, as they're called in baseball, and Braves in some of the other sports, as track and field right now is competing as the Braves. And
You got boys soccer competing right now. That's the Braves.
Boys
It's also
soccer.
a combined sport.
the football team calls themselves the Young Redskins, Junior Redskins. So after all the ceremony, we're going to play some ball. The left-hander, Noah Eller on the mound, and he's going to face the big man from Tellico, 99, the first baseman, Darren McJunkin. He's going to square the bunt. Ball goes behind him, and we'll start 1-0. Patrick, that's a big boy to be laying down a bunt.
He
Must
is.
have some speed.
Well, it's been a good season for Warriors baseball, these 8th graders.
Yes, sir. Ball fouled straight back on the pitch from Eller. Count 1-1. As Patrick just said, 18-2 for this bunch so far this year. The only blemishes to Knox County Schools, a 9-7 loss to Powell very early in the season. As Eller's pitch gets a little high, count runs to 2-1. And a loss to Farragut just about a week ago here at Philadelphia School. A beautiful day with the wind blowing slightly out to right field. As Eller's pitch inside for ball number 3.
That ball was way inside as it just about grabbed him on the leg, but we got the call, so we'll take it.
Oh, he called that a strike?
He did.
My goodness, okay. And there's strike 3.
Same pitch.
And, you know, honestly, if you look at the batter's box, it is right on the plate, and he's standing almost on the plate.
So it may not be as bad
So
as
pardon me to the official. That's, as I look at the batter's box and how it's drawn out, it's on top of the plate. Pitch from Eller this time straight down the middle. Number 20, Clint Mosier, the shortstop, in his first at bat, swinging, fouling off the first pitch. The count goes to 0-1. Ball in there high from Noah Eller. One down here, the top of the first.
Well, Scott, it's good to see Sebastian Correa back out on the diamond after a couple weeks off.
Ball put in play over to Caden Ridings, the shortstop. Caden Ridings comes up firing straight down the chute over to Mr. Correa, Sebastian Correa, who is playing first base today.
Number 3, Rowan Woods.
Coming back from a lower leg injury and getting cut back in the swing of things at first base. So the third batter of the afternoon, Rylan Woods, number 3, he plays third base, will come up with 2 down. Eller almost with like a back door. I'm not sure what that is. Slider, or I don't know if he means that to be a fastball. It just tails away. Whatever it is, it's tailing back across the plate at a ball.
It's like a cutter. It kind of moves.
That ball popped up. Correa underneath it, this time with his first baseman's glove. A little bit easier to catch than that normal catcher's mitt that he's got. He's going to come up with it, and that'll do it. As the Bears go in order, 1, 2, 3 for Eller and the Warriors. The Warriors will come back up. When we come back, you're listening to Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com.
Construction, specializing in pole barns and residential work. Owned and operated by Michael Barnard. Michael is a Philadelphia alumnus and a proud supporter of Warrior Nation Radio and Philadelphia School. Barnard Construction, 809-8904. Spring sports coverage on RedskinRadio.com is made possible by Nick Jones. If you need auto, home, power sports, or life insurance, Nick Jones is ready to help. He's a Philadelphia alumnus, and he won't be satisfied until you're completely satisfied. Nick Jones, phone 675-0300.
Back at Curtis Field, number 13, Keegan Collins will take the mound for the Tellico Bears. Keegan wears number 13, 5th batter in their order, so we'll see him in the next inning. Speaking of order, we've got 3 of our own coming up, and it's 3 maulers as Nolan Bethel, he of the 2-game home run streak, we'll try to continue things. Caden Ridings and Sebastian Correa will be the first 3 up. Once again, following him, Eller, Udi, Black, Russell, McIntosh, and Gardner. Your order to start things out.
Scott, watching their catcher throw that ball down, he's got a pretty good arm. So as much as our boys like to steal, can make it interesting.
Yes. Yeah, catcher number 5, KT Hamilton.
And he got hit by that pitch right there.
So I put my head down to read the lineup, and we've already plunked somebody. Nolan Bethel takes first on a 1-pitch hit by pitch. Caden Ridings will come up.
And And so this might come into play, like I was mentioning, with the catcher's arm, and as much as we like the fake bunt steal.
We'll see how we're doing here. So Bethel takes his lead, and he'll go. And there's the fake bunt, and there's the steal, no throw. There's a good jump there by
Yes, it was.
Bethel. Pitcher would have been better served maybe to throw over a couple times, make him think about it at least. Bethel will take his lead off of second. And the pitcher, Collins, will eye him as Caden Ridings is ready to hit. That ball swung on the fists, fouled back. An aggressive Caden Ridings.
Absolutely. That's what you want to see.
Ridings cold until the last at bat against North on Friday night as he hit a shot to the left field wall, if I remember correctly, to get him back on track a little bit. We'll see if he can continue that now. Bethel with his lead, held on by the second baseman. Now they both spread out to play defense. The pitcher comes to the plate. That ball swung on, and that's deep. Will it get down? Yes, it will, as the left fielder will let it land in front of him instead of laying out and potentially letting it by him. So a good piece of hitting there by Caden Ridings, and we've got runners on first and third to start things off. As you heard, Sebastian Correa will be the next batter. He'll come up with runners on first and third, at least for one pitch.
I hope Sebastian gets up here and takes some good licks at it. Some good strong cuts with him not swinging a bat in the past couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll see if he can stay patient and see the ball hit the bat. Ridings takes his lead, and he'll be going on the first pitch without a doubt. Ball thrown down. Tried to play a little trick play there as the catcher tried to come up with it, went off his glove. Nonetheless, we weren't falling for it. So runners at second and third as Ridings dropped a glove.
He dropped both gloves out of his back pocket. He's moving so fast.
And Correa will be up with 1 ball and no strikes. No outs. Keegan Collins stepping off, walking back towards the runner Ridings at second base.
And he's got a huge lead, and they're not doing anything to hold him.
You got to think if they throw back towards second base. Oh, and there's a long fly ball, and that's going to be gone.
Oh, boy.
A ball that just hung up there, swung on, hit deep. And just like that, 3 runs for the Warriors as Correa, welcome back, my friend,
Number
to the
5
lineup.
on the year. Number 5 on the year.
5 home runs as Ridings and Bethel await the high fives all around and the sunflower seeds.
They have fun, Mr. McIntosh.
Now batting your pitcher, number 14, Noah Eller.
So Eller comes up with the bases cleared. 3 runs for him to help him out on the pitcher's mound. And Keegan Collins will step in and see if he can recover after wondering what just hit him. No outs here in the top of the first. 3-0 your score after the Correa bomb. First pitch outside from Collins.
Well, and I've given Correa I've been ragging him a lot at school about his home runs with those drop 5 hot bats. I told him he needed to swing one of those BB Core drop 3s, and he did just that. So I'll have to give him some props tomorrow.
Pitch in there in the dirt for ball number 2. And we'll get a visit from the Tellico coach, being coach probably Michael Jenkins, I would assume. So resetting everything here, Bethel reaches on a hit by pitch on pitch number 1 of the ball game. Caden Ridings comes up aggressively swinging, hits one just in front of the left fielder. That put runners on first and third. Ridings then stole second, making room for Correa to come up, and on his first swing of the bat, put one just over the right center field wall on what looked off the bat to be a long pop fly.
The ball just kept
but
carrying.
it just kept going. There's a little bit stiffer wind now, but still doesn't look like it's blowing out. It's more towards right field, but nonetheless, a home run for Correa. And like you said, number 5, and that'll be ball number 3 to Noah Eller. And in the on-deck circle is Briar Udi, the lone non-8th grader in the lineup. And there goes Eller down to first on ball number 4 of 4.
Now batting number 25, Briar Udi.
So the hot-hitting Briar Udi, who I think Patrick has benefited from some JV time, as coach has not demoted him as much as wanted him to get some more time seeing some more pitches. And he's gotten out of that mini slump that he was in, and he's hitting the ball as well as anybody right now for average for sure. The fake bunt, the throw down this time, a little offline down the third baseline. Eller will get in standing up.
And Eller also got a good jump there.
Briar
Collins is looking at them, but he's not quite
almost like he's
forcing
a
them to stay at first.
little tentative to throw over. You wonder what his accuracy is on those throws. Sometimes those kids that can pitch strikes all day can't throw over to first very well for some reason. The pitch to Udi. And again, that's if you look at the batter's box, and I don't know if that's drawn incorrectly or what, but it's almost over top of the plate. The end of the line is in the strike zone.
Correct.
So if you go toes on the line, essentially you're standing on the plate. So anything close to your body is going to be a strike. Unless it's in the dirt, and that'll be ball 1. So 1-2 the count to Udi. He'll back off the line just a touch, about 2 inches back, still very close. And he'll need to watch out for anything inside. Pitch there, dribble down to the first baseman. He bobbles it, he'll pick it up. Runner will advance to third, and that'll be the first out on a fielder's choice by Udi. Up to bat will come 8th grader Branson Black.
Now batting number 17, Branson Black.
Still just 1 out.
Black playing catcher will look for an RBI as Eller stands on third base now.
Branson put the bat on the ball pretty well down at in North City last Friday, I guess that was.
That ball bounced in there. Eller will stay put. Yes, he did. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out for the Warriors here in this bottom of the first. Another game, another long first inning as these Warriors wear out these pitchers to start with. This order all the way through is a bunch of guys that can put the bat on the ball. Another one that's a little short. That'll run the count to 3-0.
Well, you know, Branson's going to be ready to jump on the first pitch in the zone.
And I hope he does. Stay aggressive. And that's not in the zone. He'll take first base. And that'll bring up another hot hitter, Max Russell.
Batting number 13, Max Russell.
Russell hitting the ball very well lately. He likes that right field. Does a good job taking it opposite field.
Catcher will be number 33, Bryson Costner.
Bryson Costner will step in for the catcher, Branson Black, and be a runner at first base. For Max Russell, who steps in with 1 out, 3-0 the score. Noah Eller taking his lead off third base. Same with Bryson. Max squares the bunt. And that ball in the dirt for ball number 1. Costner will get down to second. Defensive indifference. And Keegan Collins trying to get out of a rut here. See if he can hit the strike zone. Pitch to Russell. That ball called a strike.
Looked like it was down in the zone a little bit. I think he's trying to help him out just a little bit on those close pitches.
1-1 the count to Russell. McIntosh stands on deck. Pitch in there to Russell, right down the middle. Swung on and missed as he swung underneath it. That'll run the count to 1-2.
Scott, that's really his wheelhouse right there. He likes those balls right about his chest.
He's got runners standing on second and third, so anything out to that outfield grass is going to potentially score 2. And there's the other ball that he likes, but he looks at it. That'll be strike 3. And that'll be 2 outs as Ben McIntosh, another 8th grader, batting 8th in the lineup, playing center field. Will try to get himself a couple RBIs and keep this rally going for the Warriors.
And he had a really good at-bat down in Lenore City last week.
Ooh, that ball over his head.
Just about caught him in the helmet.
As we've been working a lot on staying in there and stepping towards the pitcher, I'm sure he wanted to look back at me and go, that's why. But he'll stand in there, ball 1. 1-0 the count. 2 down for McIntosh. Runner standing on second and third.
Yes, sir.
And he'll hit one straight at second base. Second baseman drops it, but he'll have time to pick it up and throw down to first base. And that'll do it for the Warriors here in the bottom half of the first. 3-0. Almost feels like they had a whole lot more than that. But 3 will do for right now as they bat it all the way through. -1 batter. It's 3-0 as we head to the second inning. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com.
Again, let me remind you, Redskin Radio has a live stream going. If you've got family and friends that can't be here, log on to RedskinRadio.com, look for Warrior Nation Baseball, and a couple of days from now, it'll also be posted on their YouTube page, so you can go back and watch this game anytime.
6.1 WLNT as we bring you live coverage of select Loudon Lady Redskins softball games. Our next broadcast will be on Friday, April 9th, as the Lady Redskins host the Lenore City Panthers. Join Clayton Stamey for live coverage beginning at 5:15. First pitch is at 5:30. Follow Lady Redskins softball on 96.1 WLNT and RedskinRadio.com. You can watch live coverage of Loudon Redskins soccer with Marvin Fiesel. Find it at RedskinRadio.com. Just scroll down the page and look for the player box. Live coverage is made possible by Barnard Construction and insurance agent Nick Jones. Follow Loudon Redskins soccer throughout the season on RedskinRadio.com, a free service of 96.1 WLNT.
So the Warriors scratch for 3 in the first. Catcher number 5, KT Hamilton, will step in, another big guy. And Noah Eller will continue on the hill for the Warriors, the left-handed 8th grader. Ball swung on, quick hands through the zone, but foul.
Coach finally filled one over there.
He did. Finally got a third base coach who can catch over there.
I've seen a lot of boots by third base coaches this season.
Yes.
That's a good pitch.
Ball a little outside, 1-1. Trying my best to remember to come over to the camera here and adjust it as we go so that you can maybe see the full field.
Well, we don't realize just how much we miss Presley since he's at his school band concert tonight.
Yeah, we're missing Presley tonight. He didn't. We're not going to call the truant officers yet. He's doing a band concert tonight. So good luck to Presley on his band concert. Pitch by Eller, and that'll be in there, running the count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the first batter of the second inning, number 5, KT Hamilton. He is the cleanup hitter. as the Warriors put the Bears down 1-2-3 in the first. Ooh, that breaking ball popped straight into the, looked to be the face.
Yeah.
Must have been the helmet, the brim of the helmet, thank goodness.
I think he's pointing to the brim of his helmet, but it definitely looked like it got him.
Swung underneath the breaking ball as it was breaking down towards the plate. Just got a piece of the top. Fouled it straight up into his face area. Thank goodness for the brim of the helmet. Another breaking ball that falls off the table. Black fields it. He'll come up on the drop third strike, and that'll be out number 1. That's another strikeout for Noah Eller.
Now batting number 13, Keegan Collins.
Keegan Collins, the pitcher, bats 5th, second Tellico Bear in this inning. Patrick, that breaking ball looked like it came off, just fell out of the sky. Collins squares to bunt. Hit the sweet spot. Really didn't pull back as he made contact, and that thing almost made it down to the third baseman. Foul tipped, foul ball down the third base line.
You know, with Eller on the mound, being a lefty, bunts really kind of play into his favor because he covers the field pretty well.
And that ball, a long drive. Camping out underneath it is Max Russell, and he'll make the catch. I apologize. I should have tilted the camera just a touch. Good job by Russell to get underneath that one for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 44, Will Sanders.
So Will Sanders will now come up, the 6th batter in the order, with 2 down here in the top of the second. That pitch outside. Sanders, a left fielder.
You can tell he's a young middle schooler. But he's a good-sized boy right there.
And that ball
Nice
down the
cut.
middle. Yeah, I think you're right. That ball is cutting, and it looks to be and it's an outward cutting fastball that breaks late just across the plate. That attempt at a breaking ball, I believe,
Yep.
stayed outside, never really broke. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Eller working extremely efficiently as this is the 6th batter he's faced with 5 outs before him. And there's a strike, and that may be your first hit of the evening as that's a clean hit. 1 bounce into Max Russell. And Will Sanders is your first base runner of the evening for Tellico.
Batting number 4, Dawson Edwards.
7th batter in the Tellico lineup, center fielder Dawson Edwards steps in with a runner on first base. We will see if they'll be moving that runner. Will Sanders with a modest lead.
Good
That
pitch.
ball swung on and missed as Dawson Edwards swings through the first strike in his at bat.
Well, and for a right-handed batter with Eller's delivery on that breaking ball, it's literally in the other box, and it just breaks right back across the plate.
That ball off the catcher's mitt, and speedy Will Sanders doesn't look to have speed, but he can get there. So he'll take second base on the ball past the catcher. And we'll do it again here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That ball hit, popped up in foul territory. Branson Black after it. Excellent effort by all 3 Warriors. Even the pitcher Noah Eller in there in the dugout going after it. Good job by Udi, Eller, and Branson Black sprinting after that ball. Dawson Edwards will do it again here. 3-2 the count. 1-2 the count. 2 down. And that ball popped up this time in fair territory. Late break for Russell. And Ridings on the diving try will be unsuccessful. And we just got a late break in left field. So that'll count as a double.
Probably score that as a single with
Number one,
that ball just kind of bounced away from.
So number 1, Rylan Saffles, the second baseman, will come up. 1 run scored on the single from Dawson Edwards.
Well, that was a tough ball right there.
Saffles will look at ball 1. 3-1 the score here from Curtis Field, Philadelphia School, as the Warriors taking on the Tellico Bears. Pitch from Eller outside. 2-0 the count.
Well, that's not missing by much.
Yes, he puts a lot of pressure on the hitters and the umpire to make calls. That ball inside on the hands. Fouled off down the third baseline for Saffles. That'll be strike number 1. 2-1. Great crowd here at Curtis Field.
Absolutely. Oh,
strike taken by Saffles. Runs the count to 2-2. And with 2 down, Eller will try to get this bunch out. Throw down to second base, not in time. Good throw, good tag. Trying to keep the runner honest.
Oh.
Whoa, a breaking ball again that fell off the table. A tag applied by Branson Black, and that'll do it for the top of the second. Tellico scratches for 1. 3-1 Warriors, as the Warriors will come up for their half of the second inning. As we return, we'll be right back.
Nobody left. We move to the bottom of the second. Your score, Philadelphia 3, Tellico 1.
Just
This broadcast is made possible by Loudoun County School Board member Scott Newman. Go Redskins! This message from Scott Newman, a proud Redskin supporter. This broadcast is made possible by Loudoun County School Board member Scott Newman. Go Redskins! This message from Scott Newman, a proud Redskin supporter.
We're back from Curtis Field. We thought we'd play a little tribute to school board member Scotty Newman, who's in attendance tonight for 8th grade night here at Philadelphia. Warriors taking on the Tellico Bears. We want to thank Scotty and all the rest of that school board who makes everything tick around here, along with Director Mike Guerin. Principal Marvin Feasel, Principal Patrick Bethel, the leaders of this group. And speaking of 8th graders, making his debut, batting in the 9th slot, Wyatt Gardner will lead off the second inning.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning, making his first start of the season, number 3, Wyatt Gardner.
it's good to see him get some at-bats here.
An excellent teammate is Wyatt Gardner, as he has a hot bat right now, and if he makes contact, it's going to go a long way. There's the pitch. That pitch is going to be outside. And that pitch on the outside corner for strike number 1.
It's a good-looking pitch.
1-1 the count to Gardner. His dad, Coach Shane Gardner, in attendance, has made the trip down from Chicago, and his college baseball team to watch his boy start in his first middle school varsity baseball game. That ball swung on. It nicks off the pitcher's glove. He'll field it. Tough throw down. Excellent job by that pitcher to make the play. Keegan Collins throws out Wyatt Gardner. He did hustle down the line.
I thought he was going to beat it out there for a minute.
I thought he was going to beat it out as well. It's just excellent play by Collins. Just a good defensive play. So back up to the top, Nolan Bethel, who has seen one pitch and probably has some laces to show for it, as he was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Now that pitch high, ball number 1. Now the wind pretty strong, blowing out from left to right as you look from left field to right field, standing on the...
It's a good-looking pitch right there.
Yeah. Ball 1, strike 1. 1 down. 3-1 your score. Bethel stands in. That ball a little low. First part of the order in the first inning, extremely hot. We'll see if they can keep that up. 2-1 the count. And that ball's going to be low and inside for 3-1. Dangerous position here for number 13, Keegan Collins. Bethel's hitting dead red, and he swings through it. An excellent swing. He just missed it. Good pitch by Collins. Count it 3-2 now.
Right here just needs to shorten up and put the ball in play.
Pitch from Collins. That's upstairs. So Bethel will take first base for his second time on the day.
Now batting for your Warriors, number 7.
And Caden Ridings.
Gino Ridings.
8th grader Caden Ridings will come up. With Bethel at the present standing on first base. We'll see if the pitcher, after seeing these guys once already, will try to hold them on a little bit. He doesn't. Bethel goes. There'll be no throw as the catcher bobbled the ball. That's going to count as a steal, I would believe, because he wanted to throw. Just bobbled it as he came up to throw. Bethel takes his lead off second. Riding spits in the gloves and gets his grip. The pitch outside. Bethel thinks about it. Doesn't go. He'll hustle back to second base. 2 balls and no strikes to Caden Ridings. Another dangerous hitter.
Well, the last thing he wants to do is put 2 runners on for Big 42 to come to the plate.
Yes, sir. Big 42 with a 3-run home run to account for all the runs so far. That ball up high to Caden Ridings, so he's going to look to get on any way he can.
And you would think Tellico is going to be put in a situation here where they're going to be forced to make a change to try to stay in this game.
You got to pitch strikes right now, and pitching strikes against these guys a lot of times equals long hits. That ball, again, inside.
He's been consistent with that call all evening.
Yeah, called a strike. Riding standing in the middle of the batter's box.
I think he realized what we saw.
Yep, the 3-1 pitch. And that's going to go about 58 feet. So Eller will take third. Ridings will take will round first base.
I would think they're going to try to make a change or at least do something here.
Now batting number 42, Sebastian.
Doesn't look like they're going to. They'll let him ride it out.
So pitcher in somewhat of a pinch here, down 3-1. Power hitter Correa up. 3-run home run last time at bat. Speed on both ends of the diamond, first and third. You'll have a runner on first and or second and third here after the first pitch. Correa will take that. No throwdown, obviously. And now it's the same scenario as the last time he was up. Correa with one ball and runners at second and third, both with excellent speed. That ball upstairs. Riding's about 3/4 of the way toward down to third base.
Yeah, he's definitely bouncing around out there.
Sometimes you exaggerate and say that anything to the outfield will score 2. Anything to the outfield is going to score 2 on this at bat. That ball called a strike, excuse me. Looked low and inside, virtually impossible to hit. Excellent pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 down for Sebastian Correa. 1 for 1 with a home run and 3 RBIs.
Good night for anyone.
And that ball outside, bounces it in. 3 balls and 1 strike, and you hate to concede this early, but you almost think nothing hittable.
Absolutely. I'd try to make him chase something.
And that ball upstairs, and that'll load the bases for pitcher Noah Eller.
And that one wasn't even close to make him chase. That ball was way up in the zone.
Hard to tell a pitcher who's struggling to find the zone to not pitch one in the zone. But when you got a guy who just hit a 3-run home run, it's difficult. So we will make a change. Multiple defensive changes here, and we'll bring it back to you as soon as we figure them all out. We've got a new pitcher, and that's going to be Rylan Woods. He'll come from third base, take the ball from Keegan Collins. Number 44, Will Sanders, will come in and play third base. Number 13, Keegan Collins, will take center field.
And Edwards slides over to left.
Correct. Dawson Edwards will slide over to left field, and we're ready to go as soon as Rylan Woods gets his warm-up tosses. What did Noah do his first time up?
Noah walked.
Keegan Collins will move to center.
And then you had Pryor Udi, who's on deck, who grounded out to first. But you've still got a good piece of the lineup here that can all put the ball in play and move these runners around.
And I think we need to. I think we need to. We need to get confidence all the way up and down this order. These first 3 guys right now are extremely confident. Make it happen for the rest of them.
Woods doesn't quite have the velocity that Collins did, but he looks to, on his warm-ups at least, be a lot more accurate.
Yeah, just kind of flicking it in there. Good looking pitch. So as we've said, breezy here in Philadelphia, Tennessee. A beautiful day, 80 degrees outside right now.
And this field is just in immaculate shape.
And it is saying it is about a 13-mile-an-hour wind out there right now, so a little bit more than breezy. And now almost looks like it, as you look at the flag, a little bit more out to center field. So balls are going to carry. Outfielders need to understand that first 2 steps back and then find it.
Well, it's a tough spot for Woods to step in with bases loaded and 1 out. But we'll see how he handles this pressure, and we'll see how Eller can do at the plate.
So nowhere to put anybody, bases loaded. Noah Eller, the pitcher, looking to do himself a favor and put some more runs on the board for his Warriors. First pitch bounced in. Ball 1. Funny, you didn't see one pitch in his warm-up
Nope.
hit anything but the middle of the glove.
Well, and a lot of times you put a batter in that batter's box and that mindset changes.
That ball a little closer to the plate, but outside.
Well, and Scott, he's not really rearing back and throwing. He's more of a just kind of flipping it through there.
Darts it through there, yep.
It's effective thus far.
Pitch to Eller. And that runs the count to 3-0. Again, nowhere to put him. We'll see what Eller will do with the 3-0 count. Can't do much of anything because the ball's in the dirt. That'll be an RBI for Eller as Bethel will come in from third base. Base is still loaded.
I'm gonna grab a pinch hitter here.
We're gonna have the substitution.
Looks like Bryson Costner.
33 Bryson Costner will come in and bat for Udi.
Warriors will put in a pinch hitter right here. It'll be number 33, Bryson Costner.
So Costner now with the bases loaded will bunt.
That ball looked to be in fair territory because it landed on the plate.
So the ball called fair, lackadaisically picked up by the catcher, thrown down to the first baseman who was standing in the middle of the baseline. Applies the tag.
That's not. That's two.
That
Well,
was
he's
two.
saying he stepped on home when he fielded the ball.
Yes.
And then threw down to
Yes.
first.
That's a good call, Patrick. He did. He stepped on first, and even as he picked it up, whether he meant to or not, and I think he did mean to. So the bunt that sat on the plate will be a double play for Tellico, and 3 Warriors left on the base. That means 5 Warriors for the game. 4-1 Warriors as we travel to the 3rd inning. We'll be right back.
Looks like the owner's ready. Leading off the top of the 3rd inning for the Cubs, number 15, Jonah Wilson.
Jonah Wilson digs in for his first at bat. He's the last batter in the order. He'll look at ball 1. Wilson, number 15. 4-1 the score here in the top of the 3rd. Tellico very fortunate that it's not a whole lot worse. That ball outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Warriors have left now 5 runners on the bags. As Branson Black's getting stretched back out. They've tweaked something there. Two balls, no strikes, as we kick off the third inning. Noah Eller is going to hit his first batter of the night. And number 15, Jonah Wilson, will be on base for leadoff hitter Darren McJunkin. McJunkin struck out in his first at bat. So hit by pitch. Jonah Wilson, standing on first base, will get his lead as he strides off first, just a step off. The pitch from Eller, in on the toes for ball one. We'll see if somebody will test Branson Black here in the third inning. That ball tailing across the plate, that's an excellent pitch. My goodness. It's like it's going straight down the middle and all of a sudden cuts away. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball behind the batter. Jonah Wilson, I guess, happy to just be on first.
He started headed back. Thought Branson had it, and then
his coach wasn't happy. Yeah, his coach wondering the same thing. Got to pay attention to what's going on in the ball game. 2 balls, 1 strike. Short lead. That ball outside. Eller falls behind in the count, 3-1. A 15 to 18 mile an hour wind now. Anything up in the air is going to be hard to deal with. That ball swung on, fouled straight back. We're going to hear it probably. Nope, must have gone behind us.
Well, that was a good 3-0 pitch right there.
Leadoff hitter Darren McJunkin faces Noah Eller for the second time, this time with a runner on, Jonah Wilson.
Nice.
Big breaker, just outside.
Oh no, he laid off that one.
Now batting number 20, Clint Mosier.
Now the first 2 runners reach for Tellico.
Double play ball would be really nice right here. That runner on second.
Nolan Bethel comes in to confirm potentially what happens in that scenario just right there, what you're talking about. Making sure everybody knows. Ball comes to you and you're close to your bag, go ahead and tag the bag. Force everywhere except for home. Runners on first and second, no outs. 4-1 the score. Clint Mosier looking to make this game tighter with 1 swing of the bat.
It's a good pitch.
Again, a cutting fastball. Looks like it's coming right at you and then comes right across the plate for strike 1. Runners take their lead. No real hold by the Warriors. That ball is going to find a hole in the infield. And everybody's going to stay where they're at. And we'll have runners everywhere. So a base hit with runners on first and second advances the runners 1 base. And we'll get a visit from Coach Costner.
And there wasn't a whole lot your defense could do right there. That was a good piece of hitting.
Just hit it where they wasn't, where they
right
weren't.
over the pitcher's head in the hole.
Actually, Bethel was at the time taking a big step towards first base as he was semi-covering second. And so just everybody kind of off balance in a perfect spot to hit the ball. Runners Jonah Wilson, Darren McJunkin, Clint Mosier on third, second, and first base.
Well, and Woods, who's up to bat, popped up to Sebastian in foul territory his first at bat.
And that would be what the doctor would order were we to.
Stepping into the box will be number 3, right
we to draw up a scenario, maybe even a line drive that didn't hit Noah hard or anything like that, that he could catch and double off somebody.
I'd take one of the bunts we just gave them.
There you go. So Eller comes set. No outs with the bases loaded.
Nice
That ball
pitch.
swung on. A strikeout wouldn't be bad either, to tell you the truth.
Nope.
Rylan Woods represents the go-ahead run, standing in the batter's box. That ball fouled off for strike number 2. The picture, you can see the net moving. You can see how hard the wind is blowing.
And probably 100.
Ball hit, fielded by Ridings, over to second for 1, over to first, not in time, takes his eye off the ball. We're going to have a play at the plate. No, we're not. As he bobbles it around, then the runner will stay at first base. So 2 RBIs. For Rylan Woods. And number 5, KT Hamilton, will come up with the score 4-3.
Well, it looked like Sebastian just pulled his head just a little bit, looking to the next play to try to maybe come home.
Probably could have held the runner at third. Wouldn't have had the runner going to first base. That was too late. But with a catch, could have held the runner at third. Nonetheless, first pitch ball, 1 down.
Well, and I don't know whether that throw over would have been in time or not. It was kind of a slow developing play.
Yeah.
It would
Throw
be
to
close.
first is not in time, but we could have held the runner at third base. That pitch swung on.
Double him
Caden
off.
Ridings camps underneath it. The throw over.
He got
And that's in time. 2. With the excellent job by Caden Ridings. Good catch, good throw. Tellico coach not happy.
Well, and I'd say probably not. That was definitely a bang-bang play. But from his vantage point, it's better than ours, and we will take that all day.
Well, nonetheless, with one out, you got to be careful. You can't just be taken off, especially on a hot shot to the shortstop. You got to watch it get through. 4-3 your score. Tellico threatening as they move it closer. 3 runs. We'll be right back for the Warrior half of the 3rd inning.
Spring sports coverage on RedskinRadio.com is made possible by Barnard Construction, specializing in pole barns and residential work. Owned and operated by Michael Barnard. Michael is a Philadelphia alumnus and a proud supporter of Warrior Nation Radio and Philadelphia School. Barnard Construction, 809-8904. Spring sports coverage on RedskinRadio.com is made possible by Nick Jones. If you need auto, home, power sports, or life insurance, Nick Jones is ready to help. He's a Philadelphia alumnus, and he won't be satisfied until you're completely satisfied. Nick Jones, phone 675-0300.
It's Branson Black, it's Max Russell, it's Ben McIntosh, your 3 batters here in the Warrior half of the 3rd inning. They're trying to extend this lead. It's 4-3 as Tellico struck and struck well in the second, in the top of the 3rd. So Black will step in.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
Just a bit outside.
I'm not sure what happened there. He fell off balance, almost like he cramped up or something, but he didn't. I don't know. 1 ball, no strikes to Black. Well, he turned up the heat there. Foul ball by Black. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah,
Max Russell stands in the on-deck circle.
he reached back for that one.
Check swing there off the neck of the bat. Branson Black will now bat with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 3rd. That ball in the dirt. I'll put the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, there's one thing Tellico's done is they've put the ball in play just about every at bat,
Yes.
and we need to do the same thing here.
Black swings. That's going to be popped up just to the shortstop as he'll make the play. And that'll be 1 down for the Warriors. Max Russell will stand in as the second batter in the inning.
Now batting,
And he just missed that
13,
one.
Max
Caught it off the end of the bat. But
Max Russell takes one off the left shoulder, and he'll be a runner on base for the Warriors.
boy, and you got to think,
Batting, number
watching
22,
that,
Ben
McIntosh coming up,
McIntosh.
just needs to take a deep breath, relax, get in there, and do what he can do. He's had some good plate appearances this season. Put it in play and move the runner.
We'll see if Max Russell will be on the move here. Short lead at first. Once again, velocity turned up quite a bit by pitcher Ryland Woods. Almost darting the ball the first time we faced him, and now he's reaching back and going. That's ball 1 outside the McIntosh. As you're right, anything in play would do the trick. That ball on the outside corner for strike number 1. Ball swung on to the shortstop. He'll go to second for 1. And McIntosh will reach first base on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring Wyatt Gardner up for his second at bat.
Now batting, number 3, Wyatt Gardner.
Well, and Wyatt grounded out to the pitcher his first at bat tonight.
On an excellent play by the pitcher. That ball in the dirt, picked up. McIntosh hustles back to first base on the throwdown. 2 down for the Warriors. Gardner looking to keep something going here for Bethel, who stands in the on-deck circle. McIntosh with his lead. Bethel with his swing. It looked like it went off of him.
Field umpire is calling
field umpire has called it a foul. Field umpire has called it a foul, and that's the correct call as it bounced up and hit him before he left the batter's box, he being Wyatt Gardner. 1 ball, 1 strike. McIntosh on first, 2 down for the Warriors. That ball's dead down the middle. And Gardner will watch strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Like to see one get through a gap here somewhere. Wyatt hits one, and that's going to be just that gap we talked about. If that ball will get down. McIntosh running. He's going to have to hurry. And he'll run into an out. He'll run into an out, and that'll do it for the Warriors. As in this third inning, they leave another 2 runners on base.
Well, and that was a great play by the outfield because left fielder dove and missed, and center field was right behind him off 2 hops there, picked it up, and got the ball in quickly.
We move to the top of the 4th inning. Your score remains Philadelphia 4, Cubs 3.
So 4-3 as we enter the 4th inning. Tellico Cubs, I've been calling them the Bears. The Tellico Cubs hanging right in there.
And that high school mindset.
Yes.
Well, it seems like we were out in Tellico a lot this past winter. I think we spent a week down at Rollville, didn't we?
Yes. Seems like we were going to Tellico in basketball season the entire winter. So we'll see how the Warriors react here as momentum fully on the side of the Tellico Cubs. But you would think a team full of 8th graders out there could overcome a touch of adversity. And when I'm saying adversity, I mean we're leading. So 4-3. Noah Eller with his first pitch to the original starting pitcher, Keegan Collins, now playing center field.
Oh, and he made a great
yes,
play
he
right
did.
there.
I was just getting ready to say he was the guy who fielded it and threw a great relay to his cutoff man, and then a perfect throw for the tag to the third baseman. That ball popped up, foul.
Well,
be strike 2.
Brought Ben around that second bag because he thought the same thing we did. It was going to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But he backed it up well and got it in quickly.
That ball off the glove of Branson Black. For strike 3. We'll see if we can get the throw down. It's in time. Great throw. Great throw. Almost threw the runner there. Excellent job by Black. 1 down. Will Sanders, who scored the first run for Tellico.
Yep, line drive to left field.
Was the first batter on base for Tellico. Will bat with 1 out. Down 1 run here in the 4th inning. And he's going to swing again, and that's going to be another play that Max Russell will be underneath of, and he'll make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Will Sanders.
Well, and Scott, our outfield has stepped up tremendously from the beginning of the season until now and are doing a great job getting under those balls and hauling them in.
Yeah, good play there by Max Russell. Nolan Bethel just took a tumble out there at second base. I'm not sure what he did. Fell backwards. 2 outs for the Cubs. And Dawson Edwards stands in. Watches the first one high and outside for ball 1. Pitch number 2 from Eller.
It's a good spot right there.
It is a good spot, and I hate to pick too much on the man in blue, but sometimes it's a strike and sometimes it's a ball tonight.
Yep.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Hitter steps toward third base and misses the inside pitch.
Call that the protection swing.
Dawson Edwards, your batter. Left fielder now, I believe. That ball up. And that'll be a 3-1 count.
And he also flew out to Max, his first at bat this afternoon.
You are correct. These Tellico Cubs are not scared to swing the bat. That's a strike. Again, a tailing away, cutting fastball. Makes the count 3-2. That ball will be looped to the shortstop, Caden Ridings, who will get it for the third out.
It's a great play right there. Good jump.
Nobody on. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs. And to the bottom of the fourth we go. You are listening to Scott McIntosh, Patrick Bethel. We're bringing you Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com.
Just remind everyone our concession stand's open for business. We got good cold drinks and all kinds of goodies down there. So make a stop down and see Miss Gigi.
I'll take this opportunity to say special thanks to Chip Lynn for promoting and supporting student broadcasting. Presley Millsaps, not here this evening, but this is his show. We want to thank you, Chip, for supporting Presley and the rest of the student broadcasters here at Philadelphia and Fort Loudoun and Loudoun High School. And as you know already, this is Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com. Patrick and I are powered by 96.1 WLNT. Lots of Redskins on the road tonight as Loudoun High School softball travels to Meigs. The baseball team will play the back half of their two-game series with McMinn Central in McMinn tonight, winning last night 11-0.
I was just going to ask what that final score was.
If you didn't see it last night, you missed something that doesn't come around very often. You had 3 seniors on that team. It was senior night. The 3 seniors got to pitch. There were only 3 seniors in the game, and they pitched a combined no-hitter.
That's impressive.
Nolan Bethel leads off here in the 4th inning. Warriors up 4-3. They're going to look to extend that lead. And a really nice pitch right there to make it 1 strike. Since coming in, Rylan Woods has done the job.
Nolan's walked and been hit by a pitch his first 2 at-bats this evening.
He watches ball number 1 in the dirt outside. Caden Riding stands in the on-deck circle. That ball swung on, skied to left field.
He missed that one.
Tough play for the left fielder, but he will come up with it at the last second. And with a 15-mile-an-hour wind, and it may be higher now, that ball went away from him at the last moment, and he was back almost to the warning track. So fly out for Bethel. Riding stands in. Second batter in the order, and second batter here in the 4th inning. Rylan Woods, ball outside. Sebastian Correa in the on-deck circle this time. Will not have 2 runners on. Foul down the third baseline. For strike number 1 is Caden Ridings. Rylan Woods, the 1-1 pitch, up and out for ball 2. Pitch from Woods, swung on, another hard hit.
That's gonna be
will it get there? Yes, it will. Home run, Caden Ridings.
Right center.
Number 7, Caden Ridings. Solo home run will run the score to 5-3 Warriors.
That'll be number 2 for him for the season.
And the first one in a while, as he was hitting for power at the beginning of the season. Hits for power here. Takes advantage of a strong wind, but I don't know that he needed it that time. Great shot. Correa, who also has a big fly in this ball game, a 3-run home run, stands in at his third at bat. Home run and a walk, I believe.
That's correct.
First pitch outside from Woods. So both Woods and Collins have a home run off of them this evening. Again, wind pretty stiff though. Ball carrying. Both shots though extremely hard shots. Take nothing away from those. That ball swung on, roped. And that's a fair ball. And that'll reach the wall. He'll get at least 2. 2 standing up. Nope. 2 belly flopping. Into second base. That's a good piece of hitting. A line drive that went essentially to the foul pole down the third base line. Noah Eller, who's gone the distance on the mound tonight, will bat with a runner on and a 2-run lead as he looks to do himself a favor and extend this lead out with a couple insurance runs. I'm not sure exactly what game time was this evening. I think we're probably about an hour old, maybe a little more. 17 minutes left.
Well, Noah's walked both the bats.
Noah a little late on that one, fouled back. Looks to get his first official at bat tonight as he's walked both times. Correa, a big lead at second. Pitcher will step off. You don't want to throw one into center field right now and give him another run because a 3-run lead could be a problem. Eller reaches out to try to bunt that one. He'll be foul, strike 2. 1 out here. Got to think the bunt's out of play right now with 2 strikes.
Well, and you've got some good sticks still to go here. Just get it in play and try to get on base.
Briar Udi on deck again. Was batted for last time. That ball way outside, tailing away for ball 1.
Well, and Scott, if you look at the left fielder, I mean, his heels are on the warning track. Noah could dump something over there.
Another ball outside. And the count to Eller will run to 2-2. Shortstop comes in behind Correa to cover second. Correa a bigger lead. Pitch in there of Eller, swung on and missed. And that'll be a strikeout. So out number 2.
Number 25, Briar Udi.
And Udi will try to continue the Warrior 4th. And see if we can not leave another runner on the bags.
Well, and he grounded out to first baseman, and then he was pinch ran for in the third.
Costner hit for Udi last time up.
That was that odd bunt.
Yeah, the bunt that
situation.
stayed on the plate. Outside for Udi. Correa was moving on the play. Another heavy head first slide. Snow plows his way into third base.
It's pretty accurate. Big man moving down that line.
One ball, no strikes to Udi. 2 down. Woods doesn't like the lead that Correa has. We'll give you a look at that lead. Udi's ball fouled off towards the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As you can see, Correa standing on third. Base hit would make it 6-3.
Well, you get another good stick on deck.
Yes, Branson Black will be batting should Udi reach.
Ugh.
Outside corner for strike number 2.
That's that pitch, Scott. You just don't know whether to go ahead and take a hack at it or let it go, because sometimes it's a strike, sometimes it's a ball.
Udi swings and misses. 2 strikeouts. That's out number 3. We leave 1 on third. After 4, it's 5-3 Warriors. We'll travel to the 5th inning. We'll be right back with you.
Couple of hits. Wheeling 1 stranded. Your score now, Philadelphia 5, Tellico 3.
Back here at Curtis Field. Scott McIntosh, Patrick Bethel. It's 8th grade night.
Leading off at the top of the 5th inning here, the Warriors have decided to make a pitching change.
And Caden Ridings will step in
Will be number 7, Caden Ridings.
on this beautiful day in Philadelphia, Tennessee. Windy, wind blowing anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour, according to the Weather Channel. We're going to have we'll get the defensive substitution set for you. As Nolan Bethel will move over to short. Sebastian Correa to third. Briar Udi to second. Noah Eller to first. So wholesale changes in the infield. Outfield stays the same.
Nolan Bethel will go short. And Sebastian Correa will flip-flop and go from first to third.
Outfield from left to right, Russell, McIntosh, Gardner. Black continues as catcher. That's Ridings. If you saw that, I don't know if you could capture it on the video. Almost hits the umpire on a breaking pitch that started over the plate. And there's another one. So Caden Ridings steps in for Noah Eller. Noah Eller went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs. And the warm-up session is over. And number 1, Ryland Saffles will step in.
Seems to be ready. So leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Tellico Cubs will be number 1, Ryland Saffles.
I don't know where we are in time, but I would think we're getting close. So this could, if we get 3 up, 3 down here,
About 10 minutes.
might get another at bat. If not, this could be it.
First pitch upstairs by Caden Ridings. "79 degrees in Philadelphia, Tennessee for this matchup here with the Tellico Cubs and the Philadelphia Warriors. Warrior baseball, as we call it. Cubs hanging in there. Warriors at this point, I believe, have left 6 on base, if my count is correct.
I believe that's correct.
And there's a breaking ball that buckles the knees. Eller underneath it, and he'll make the first put out, 3 unassisted.
Nice communication there.
Now batting, number 10, Keegan Fry.
Substitution Keegan Fry will come in as a pinch hitter for Jonah Wilson. And he'll be the second batter that Ridings will face. That ball swung on, missed. Darren McJunkin on deck, leadoff hitter for the Cubs. The ball fouled off. Ridings pounding the strike zone. 0-2. Breaking ball stayed way outside, luckily, or it would have broken into the rear end of Keegan Fry.
Yeah,
One
just
ball, two
about
strikes.
Yeah. It was close.
Yeah.
Good pitch.
Swung on and missed. That's strike 3. Out number 2 for Caden Ridings and the Warriors.
Let's roll this inning over real
Fires
quick
out
here.
your leadoff
Hit
hitter,
some
number
more.
99,
Yep.
Darren McJunkin.
Darren McJunkin.
And he's struck out and walked. So he's 0 for 1.
First ball in the dirt for Ridings. Ball number 1.
Looks like he's just kind of overthrowing that one.
Yeah. Warriors trying to make this the third of 5 innings to go 1, 2, 3. Just need McJunkin to make that happen. That ball swung on.
It's a good pitch right there.
Very good pitch for strike 1. Foul back. Lots of Warrior baseball fans in the stands. Who wouldn't want to come out on a day like this? Caden Ridings, the 2-1 count. In there for strike 2. Swung on and missed.
Another good pitch on that outer half.
Darren McJunkin, number 99, stands in with a 2-2 count. And 2 outs. That ball low will run the count full.
Let's get him here, Caden. Nice pitch.
And that'll get him, and Branson will apply the tag for out number 3. 1, 2, 3, go the Cubs. And we'll go with them to the 5th inning.
1, 2, 3 inning.
The bottom of the 5th, that is.
Warriors set down the Cubs. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th. Your score, Philadelphia 5, Tellico 3. Due up for the Warriors here in the bottom of the 5th will be Black, Russell, and McIntosh.
So we'll see if Coach sticks with the order at hand. The 5-3 lead, great potential.
Yep.
Because we are potential with a base runner or 2 going to run out of time here. And quite honestly, may not even need a base runner if we take a little time. But we don't want that. We want runners. 5-3 would be in a winning fashion, one of the closer games. I'm not sure anybody's come within one. No, we have one. We walked off. Who was that the
Sweetwater.
other night?
At the beginning of the season, we had to
That-
walk off of Sweetwater.
And then here against Madisonville, I believe it was Madisonville. Maybe not. Eagleton, thank you. Thank you. Eagleton, we had a walk off. And then went to Madisonville and won, but not happy were the coaches in that performance. And came back the following time against Madisonville and put it to them. Wrapping up the Warriors season here. As we said earlier, 18-2 are the Warriors. And we are moving towards the last couple games, as Horace Maynard will come to Philadelphia Thursday, and we'll go back to Tellico on Friday. And then it's tournament time next week.
And it looks like the umpires are talking to Coach Curtis. They keep looking at their watches.
Yeah, they want to go home.
And these boys just want to play.
Yep. It's black.
Finish the inning.
It's black, it's Russell, it's McIntosh here scheduled to bat in the bottom of the fifth. 5-3, Warrior lead. Black swings on the first pitch, fielded cleanly by the third baseman. The throw over in the dirt and scooped by Darren McJunkin at first base. And Black will be put out. 5-3. Max Russell will face Ryland Woods, the relief pitcher. Russell will watch the first one in the dirt. Ball one. So as we said, Thursday right here at Philadelphia, Horace Maynard back to Tellico for the back half of this two-game series.
And do you know much about the tournament?
I do not. I don't know where. Do you know where it's at? Tournament's at Meggs. Could be worse. Not a bad drive.
Beautiful country out there.
Ooh, Max had a pitch to hit there and watches it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Also not sure about the makeup game with Polk.
They said it would not happen.
And that's the best news I've heard all night. You don't have to go to Polk. And that ball will be through the legs of the shortstop, Clint Mosier, as the glove pulled up a little too soon, and it went 5-hole on Mr. Mosier.
Now batting number 22, Ben McIntosh.
And Ben McIntosh, who reached on a fielder's choice last time up.
We're going to have a courtesy runner for Max as Nolan Bassett steps in.
The Warriors
to run.
use a courtesy runner here. Will be number 95, Nolan Bassett.
And Bassett can scoot. You can bet McIntosh will get the bunt sign. Ooh. 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 Almost scooted too quickly. You probably had a good view of that. Bassett got back just in time on the throw over. All in all, Ryland Woods, a good outing so far. Pitch to McIntosh. That's going to be low. Bassett steals second base.
Well, Nolan didn't get probably the jump that he wanted, but he's fast enough. He made up for it.
So anything to the outfield is going to score Bassett. McIntosh looking for his first one to get through on the day.
Pick off again.
Nolan dives back into second base cleanly. So Ryland Woods trying to get one the easy way.
Well, and watching him dive back, he quickly realized he could have got a little bit better lead because he chest planted into second base.
Yes, yeah.
So he'll get a little better lead this time, knowing
He'll get a great lead.
He can get back in time.
A pitch, the ball
Attaboy.
swung on,
And
that's
yes, sir.
going to get off the shortstop, and he'll arrive safely, and McIntosh will. Hardest hit for him on the day. Bounces off the shortstop for what I guess would be called an infield hit.
And McIntosh can be pinch run or courtesy runner, as looks like number 9, Isaac Kelch, is going to come in and run for him.
Cannot believe you would take out that raw speed that McIntosh has at first, but nonetheless, that's why we're in here. Just kidding. Good move, Coach. Wyatt Gardner, he of the massive shot, almost to the wall last time. Kelch will make it to second base. And this has got to be big for Wyatt. He's got a chance here for 2 RBIs, and not just 2 garbage time RBIs. This would essentially solidify this ball game with a base hit and provide for an excellent memory for this young man. Either way, he's done a great job tonight. He looks at strike number 1. Bassett at third. Kelch running for McIntosh at second. Gardner stands in. Ball bounces into the plate. Nolan Bassett puts a heck of a lot of pressure on pitchers and catchers as he gets crazy leads, but he can do that because he can fly. Pitch in there, bounced into the catcher, excuse me. I'll bring the count to 2-2.
I wonder how long they'll let this go if they were worried about time, but I'd like to let them play this inning out.
Wyatt Gardner outside for ball 3. He'll run the count full. 1 out. Again, anything Gardner puts in play is going to be a run, unless it's right at somebody and hard. The speedy Bassett on third. Kelch also with speed at second.
Nice job.
Gardner fouls what would have been strike 3 back into the netting in front of us. And he'll stay alive for another pitch.
Train is our advantage. You can hear it in the background.
Yeah. The pitch to Gardner. And that's going to be strike 3. Struck out looking. So Nolan Bethel now will come up with runners on second and third.
Now batting the 0-0, Nolan Bethel.
You've got 2 outs, so anything in play, they're going to be moving.
Yep, runners will be moving. 5-3, we need to get one of these guys in. Looked like a good pitch.
Yes, it did.
Ball 1. It's just, and it's not like it's a bad call. It's just an inconsistent. It's just inconsistent.
Out of swung.
It looked like a strike. Nonetheless, Bethel stands in there. The 1-0 count. And that's a strike.
Same pitch, just a little bit more into the plate.
And that'll be 0-2. No, excuse me, 1-1 for Bethel. Looking to hit one hard here in the 5th inning. That ball over his head as he ducks underneath it. Great job by the catcher to keep that one in play as Nolan Bassett's licking his chops on third base. The 2-1 pitch to Bethel. That ball's outside, definitely outside. 3-1 is the count. Caden Riding stands in the on-deck circle. Warriors done an excellent job extending this inning to make sure the time will be up once this inning is over. That'll be a walk. And guess what?
Now batting number 7, Caden Ridings.
Ridings can make what looks to be a very close game right now a lopsided score with a swing like last time, as he hit a solo shot last time up, and now he'll hit with the bases loaded. The wind not quite as strong, but definitely strong. The flag all the way out, and that ball swung on, and that'll be hit hard to the second baseman. Runner called out at second, and that will do it. That will do it for the 5th inning. And I guess because it's a force play, the run will not score. Am I correct?
That is correct, but I don't know how he called that out other than they were just trying to finish the game because Bethel was definitely there.
And do I see hats tipped or do I see us taking field? Ransom Black's ready to take the field, that's for sure. There's no way time isn't up, but as you see the conversation. And they're potentially going over to the official score. I don't know. I'm not sure how this couldn't be ball game. But seeing that all 9 Warriors are out there ready to play defense, and the first base coach going to his slot, we're going to play ball. So one more shot for the Tellico Cubs. Another 3 stranded for the Warriors.
That's a tough call right there.
So number 20, Clint Mosier, second batter in the lineup, first batter of the inning for the Cubs, will be up. Everything stays the same defensively for the Warriors, including the pitcher, Caden Ridings. Got to think soon the Warriors will be welcoming back Jaden Capshaw.
Yeah, I believe he started some therapy this week, so see how that goes.
Batting, number 20, Clint Mosier.
So the Warriors want to finish this game off and run their record to 19-2, but first they got to get 3 outs. And that's a ball over the head, I believe, of the hitter. Pardon me, we're ordering concession stand here. One ball, no strikes. Clint Mosier the bat. And Mosier will swing through that one. Ridings comes in dealing as he started the last inning. Went 1, 2, 3, and I'd like to do the same here. And there's another, not another strike, another ball. I was going to make the call for Mr. Blue. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's that same pitch you were talking about earlier.
Yep. Pitcher just ducks under that one. Excuse me, hitter just ducks under that one, Mosier. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ridings in danger of putting his first batter on with just a 2-run lead. And that'll be ball 4. Rylan Woods.
Now batting, number 3,
Well, Rylan's popped out to Correa, his first at-bat, and then popped out to shortstop, his second at-bat. So he's 0 for 2.
So he's hit it further and further each time. He'd like to see one hit somewhere into some green grass, but the Warriors don't want that to happen. And that ball will be out to the shortstop, thrown over quickly, out of the reach of of Eller, but he's going to get him on the next try. Eller to Bethel.
That's going to take me a while to put that one in.
That's going to be scored. Let's see, 6 unassisted on the fly out, and then the, I guess, throwing error. And then
Yep.
3 to 6 on the put out, or some such thing. Batter number 5, KT Hamilton, bats with 2 down. And on life support are the Cubs. 0-1 is the count. And that, my friends, will do it. Here from Curtis Field, you've watched them. These Warriors in purple are now 19-2. as Tellico comes to town. Valiant effort by the Cubs. But the Warriors were too strong. 5 runs for the Warriors, 3 runs for the Cubs. Good outing by starting pitcher Eller. Great job of coming in by Ridings, allowing 1 base runner. That base runner put down on a double play, and then finishing it with a pop-up to the shortstop. So Ridings, no hits, or was that a base hit to get that guy on? No, he walked him, right?
No, he walked.
So no hits for Ridings. Couple home runs for the Warriors.
And so for pitching, you had Noah Eller with 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Caden came in relief for 2 innings. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts.
So he's almost perfect. Eller does the job. The hitters do just enough as the 3-run shot by Correa, the solo home run by Ridings.
Well, Ridings was 3 for 2 with 2 hits, 1 RBI, and the home run you spoke about. And Correa was 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Nolan was 1 for 2 with 2 walks.
Who had the other RBI? Was it on a bunt potentially?
Wyatt Gardner also had a hit. And your RBIs were Noah Eller, Sebastian Correa, and Caden Ridings.
So another opportunity for the Warriors and another good job up and down the lineup. 8th graders, we appreciate you. We love you. We got 2 dads sitting here doing this ball game that love to see what's going on out there. Wyatt Gardner, Ben McIntosh, Max Russell, Branson Black, Noah Eller, Sebastian Correa, Caden Ridings, Nolan Bethel. Boys, excellent job on the season. 19-2. Excellent job coming through tonight. Along with Briar Udi, Bryson Costner, Isaac Kelch, Nolan Bassett. I believe that covers everybody who touched the diamond tonight. Coaches, we love you. It's another win, Patrick. Here from Curtis Field, it's 5-3 Warriors, and the matchup against the Cubs here on 8th grade night. Warriors win. Warriors win. Warriors win.